After cleaning messy data, how do you know everything is actually fixed? In this lesson, you'll learn how to use Power BI's data profiling tools like column quality, distribution, and profiling to validate your transformations, detect hidden issues, monitor future data errors, and maintain a scalable data cleaning process using fuzzy matching and transformation tables. Let's dive in.
So, welcome back. I hope you had a good lunch. Okay, so let's start. So, we are just going to resume from where we left off. We created this transformation table, we created this retailer type, and now go to the view tab. We did not check this column quality. Also, check the column quality box inside the view tab. All of these icons are also called data profiling. Now, let's perform a quick sense check. Okay, so we had this column which was like an original column. How did we know that there might be some problem? How we became suspicious was due to these unique. Even if you don't see the exact problem in the data set, this information would give you a hint that maybe it's worth checking this in a bit more detail what's going on, right? This was your original column. And then we did our exact merge. In exact merge, we have empty, right? Because exact merge does not bring all the values back, and we have these nulls. So this indicates that there is some problem here. And then what we did a fuzzy merge plus a transformation table. And given that you apply all the steps correctly, and you are not making a spelling mistake or data type problem, everything is working correctly, you see zero empty because now you don't have nulls, and you have zero unique. You can also perform a quick sense check. If you do have a unique, maybe there is some kind of a spelling mistake. So I think someone made a mistake. I believe it was Aiden, I guess. It was a wrong spelling for OD shop. Even when you don't see it, this one unique will indicate that something is going on and you can go back and cross check. Okay, so that allows you to perform a quick sense check. Let's see a few things now. Now you don't have to follow my steps. I'm just going to open the file from where the data is coming from, and I'm going to explain a few things. Okay, so if I open the file, if I go on tab 1, okay. Now let's say next month when I refresh the data set and someone makes a different kind of a mistake. Someone writes something like, let's do here. Let's say someone types something like this. What do you think? So this is a new problem that does not exist now. We don't have this problem. Will this problem be solved?
It will probably get picked up in the fuzzy logic.
Correct. If I go back, let's do a quick refresh. I might not be able to refresh because the file is open. Let me close the file. Let's do refresh. Here you go. So if I look at triple S here, see this triple S? It gave me a null, but fuzzy match automatically fixed that problem. So a lot of the future problems that might happen due to human errors can also get solved due to this nature of fuzzy match. It's not specifically identifying what the problem is that we are solving. Let's do something like this. What if someone writes, instead of this, they write something like WS. Close, refresh. Now, see, this is not fixed. How do you fix something like this?
Transform.
Correct. We already have a transformation table. I'm just going to go there and add one more row. So your transformation table also becomes like a living entity that you can expand on as future problems arise. And over time, it will arrive at a position where it has majority of these. So if I double click on the source, I just write WS warehouse store, okay, and then I go back inside sales, scroll right. Let's see, where is it? WS here. If a new acronym arises or if a new mistake arises, which is not fixed with a fuzzy match itself, you can include a row inside the transformation table. Okay, one more question. Is anyone has a question? Nick, do you have a question?
I was just going to say, so pretty much every time you kind of do a data refresh, you need to sort of come into and look at your data metrics to make sure everything's 100% valid?
You don't need to, because you will know everything is not valid by having this unique. That's all you need to keep an eye on. As soon as WS would appear, this will give you a null. Either this will become unique or this will become empty, correct?
Yeah, okay.
So you don't have to perform a detailed check. Just by keeping an eye on these data profile metrics, you can get an idea if this is working or not.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you one more scenario. If I go inside the data transformation table, is it possible that this DM can actually mean two different things in a business? DM can mean direct marketing, it can mean direct mail in different scenarios, or even in different columns. Let me ask you a question. If I double click inside the source and I say, okay, DM, like same thing is direct mail, what will happen in this case? What do you think?
Error, error.
Error. It will still pick up the right value. It will still pick up direct marketing. If I click OK, go back, where is DM? Let's see here. Still picks up direct marketing. Why?
Because of merge queries.
Because there is a fuzzy merge with this data set, right? So any value that does not exist in the original correct will be ignored. Original correct list will actually be ignored. And that is why it performs a two-way match. So even if DM can actually mean multiple things in multiple columns, because we are performing a fuzzy merge with this specific column, it will pick the right value. So even if DM means something else, it is still fine.
I might be jumping ahead here, but does that mean that, so say if we look at retailer city, and we're doing this later,
Yeah,
we can use that transformation table from and to for
correct.
any value. It
That
doesn't
is
have to be.
absolutely correct. That is exactly the idea. This transformation table will be a single list or a single table for all the columns in the same data set. Not just all the columns in the same data set, it can actually be a single transformation table for all the columns in all the data sets. You just need one transformation table. And because it's a two-way match, even if a same value means multiple things, it will still work.
Okay.
And that's why it is also a good idea that once you build a transformation table, you move it to something like a SQL or a SharePoint, that not only you use it, but other people in your business can also start to use it. So Jeff, coming back to your architecture, right? If you use something locally, this becomes part of your data model. But once you create something, you move it upstream, either in SQL or SharePoint, then other people in the business can start to reuse it. So they don't have to reinvent the wheel. So that also becomes very useful for others. Okay, let me give you one little, Jeff, you're speaking, but you're on mute.
So I was just going to ask, how did you actually add the extra row to the transformation table?
So we are going to do it as a next step, but if you
Oh,
want
okay.
me,
That's
see
all
this
right.
source, double click on the source, it allows you to just
Yep.
make a change.
Oh, okay. Yep. Simple.
Let me touch on one final thing. This fuzzy match is just doing its thing. You don't really know what's going on behind the scene, how it performs this 80% match. But let's say for some weird reason, this outdoors, right? This does not mean outdoor shop, right? Fuzzy match in its, in a way how it works, it does outdoor shop, but maybe I want to replace this word with direct marketing. If this becomes part of your transformation table, so the value in the transformation table will take precedence. So the point I'm trying to make is, if fuzzy match for some reason returns a value that you don't agree with, you can use those specific values within the transformation table, and that will take the precedence. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to shout out. My retailer type is completely fixed. I don't have any more nulls. I don't have any more unique values. So I can just delete these two columns. I can get rid of them. I don't want it. Going back to Usman's point, I don't want to use extra storage to store a column that I don't want to use. So I can remove it, right click and remove. Then I can double click on retailer type. I can rename the column. So my retailer type is now fixed. Let me ask you one more question. What if my retailer type increases? Right now I have 6. What if it becomes 8 and we add 2 more retailer types, and it can be anything. Will that still work? Will I automatically have 2 more retailer types added here?
Yep.
Yes. Who was that? Usman.
Yep.
Why?
It's because it's in the apply itself that the script where it reads the actual original retailer type.
Correct. It's
and it
coming from the
links.
original data set. I'm actually exporting this column from the original column. If the new retailer type becomes part of it, given that I have more than 5 transactions, it will automatically become part of the list. If you do it separately, you might also have to maintain this file separately, keep adding the files now because it's coming from the same transaction data. This will just automatically update